Hi everybody, this is Dave Neufeld for the Best Buy Canada blog, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a couple of Corsair gaming headsets. So I'll start first with the Corsair HS35 stereo headset. This headset is compatible across pretty much every gaming device. You can see here it lists PC, mobile, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch. Now, this is kind of an entry-level headset, I would consider it. It's fairly modestly priced, and probably the biggest reason is it is just a stereo headset, so it definitely doesn't offer really high-end cinematic quality. In fact, this sort of headset, for myself, I would more consider it primarily a chat headset. Obviously, it's still fairly comfortable, lightweight. It has memory foam padding for the ear cups and such, but with the stereo headset, it just really doesn't output extremely high fidelity sound when I was playing games and things like that. It really wasn't above anything that, say, just my TV could do by default, so I wasn't using this headset to really enjoy the cinematic gaming experience, but more just to use its microphone feature for in-game chat. You know, if you're playing a lot of games these days that are multiplayer games like Destiny or Fortnite, and you're just more focused on having a chat headset solution, this is definitely a step up from, say, you know, a smaller, you know, standard Microsoft, say, chat headset, for example, that's just a clip and one ear cup. Like, this is definitely a bit more robust and comfortable than a just purely dedicated chat headset, but it is still probably more geared towards someone that just wants a chat solution as opposed to something that offers not only chat but also really high quality sound. One thing I did notice with this headset is the wire itself is kind of bulky. It's coated in rubber and it's thicker than a lot of other headsets kind of in the same range. And I mean, it's not terrible, but it just isn't really my favorite for flexibility, and it just kind of, the rubber is harder and firmer and it kind of bunches up more. And more to the point, also I'll note that the 3.5 millimeter headset jack here, it's a little long. It's not too terribly long, but compared to other headsets that I've used that are similar, it feels a bit longer and harder. And the reason that makes a difference to me, and it really depends on what type of gamer you are, but for myself, when I would plug it into the bottom of the controller, it sticks out so far that with the amount of space that's kind of bunching up here, I found it a little uncomfortable, just because I tend to be kind of a laid-back gamer. And this area, sometimes I kind of rest the controller around my abdomen area and found that it did actually kind of poke into there a little bit. But that really could be a non-factor for a lot of people. It just kind of depends on how you hold your controller. But for me, I found that it seems like this sticks out a little far, and I did notice that. But that is the HS35 headset, and I'm going to move on now to the next headset, which is the HS60 Pro Surround. Now, if the HS35 is an entry-level headset, this is definitely kind of a step up. It's priced a bit higher, but it is a leap in quality on a number of levels. Again, it's compatible across PC, Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and mobile. But that does come with a caveat that I want to point out. And the reason I want to point that out is because it is specifically called the HS60 Pro Surround headset. And it says stereo gaming headset with 7.1 surround sound. But you'll notice there's a little asterisk there. And if you look on the back, it will note that actually this headset isn't 7.1 surround sound compatible except on PC. So to me, that's, you know, a pretty big thing that you might want to note, because if you're just looking at it from the outset, you might assume that it's compatible across a multitude of devices with 7.1 surround sound, but it actually isn't. It's only 7.1 surround sound on the PC, and it actually comes with this little adapter here. So here's the HS60 headset, and the 3.5, it may look like it's just actually a 3.5 millimeter jack to an a USB connection converter, but it's more than that. It actually is the hardware that enables this headset to utilize 7.1 surround sound, but again, on PC only, so you can't expect that feature on, say, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. It specifically notes on the packaging that it only works in conjunction with a PC for the surround sound. So interesting to note, but nonetheless, it does still definitely have improved sound. It was very noticeable to me going from the HS35 to the HS60. The audio drivers are definitely of an improved quality, so these, I would say, are more ideal. They're definitely not like a super high-end headset, but they do offer deeper, richer sound to the point where I would feel comfortable not only using them for chat, but also using them for an upgraded in-game audio experience for my games, or even for watching television shows or movies. They are a little bit heavier, like in a good way. They're still a lightweight headset, but you can tell that they're obviously a bit of an upgrade component-wise, because they do have just a bit more of a quality of heft to them. They still have memory foam ear cuffs, but you'll see with these ones they've gone from the fabric mesh that the 35s use to these have more of a faux leather material. To me, they feel better and they look better, but again, that could be a matter of opinion. Some people might actually prefer the fabric mesh to this kind of faux leather, but I think appearance-wise, and for me anyway, they feel a bit more comfortable. And then there are just a few more quality of life improvements. You can see the microphone actually has a foam cover on it, and again, a big one for me is the wire. This one doesn't have the bulky kind of stiff rubber. This is a braided fabric wire, so it's definitely a bit more high-end. You'll just find it bunches up less. It kind of, for me personally, I just find it a bit less annoying than the stiff rubber. But again, it does still have that same jack that for me, just the way I hold my controller, I'm not a huge fan. I feel like it sticks out a bit much, but even with the fabric, you'll see it's still even a little better, like, because that rubber isn't so hard coming out into the wire. It was a little better with this one, but really, again, that may be a non-factor for you, whether you feel like that sticks out a bit too far. But lastly, I'm just going to touch on, you may have noticed when we started out that I had the headset sitting on this headset stand, and this is actually another Corsair product in itself. It is the, I'll show you the box here. This is the Corsair ST100 premium headset stand. And what's notable about this is it might seem a bit pricey from the outset for just a headset stand, but it's actually much more than that. This headset stand will connect with your devices. It has a USB cable here, and I've got it actually connected to this Xbox One S console right now, which is powering it. And as I don't know if you can see really well, but it's giving it a nice, it has LED lighting at the bottom here, so you've got some nice ambiance with the LED lighting aesthetic. But it's more than just a stand. It actually has a headset jack connection where you can use that instead of your controller to connect to your console. And the cool thing is the headset stand itself is actually 7.1 surround sound compatible. So whereas this headset wasn't 7.1 with the Xbox One S, since it's not a PC, when you're using it in conjunction with the ST100 headset stand, it actually is now 7.1 surround sound compatible. So that is one of the features of this headset is, according to Corsair, virtually any headset when plugged in through this headset stand is 7.1 surround sound enabled. So that is one workaround, especially with if you have, say, this headset and you want to utilize the 7.1 surround sound, but you're not playing on PC. Well, if you have the headset stand, then it actually does enable this and any other headset to utilize 7.1 surround sound. Of course, the quality is still going to be contingent on the drivers and the audio drivers and the quality of the headset itself, but nonetheless, that is part of the reason why this is a higher end headset stand, is because it isn't just a stand. It does create a hub for 7.1 surround sound support. And I'll quickly note as well, another great feature of it is it actually has two USB 3.1 ports. So 2 very fast 3.1 USB ports. Of course, it's taking up 1 port on your console if you have it plugged in, but that's the great thing, is then it frees up 2 more for you so that you can use those for charging other devices or whatever else you might need USB for. So there you have it. That is the Corsair HS35 and HS60 headsets, along with the ST100 premium headset stand. And that's all I have for you today, but be sure to stay locked on the Best Buy Canada blog for all the latest in gaming and technology. Until next time.